Rock, alternative, good times, and now the new music food truck.
The music you love right here, right now.
It's 1 o'clock. Tune in now for Ritchie J is live here on Smile Radio, bringing the best undiscovered music, alternative fun facts, and an action-packed lineup you don't want to miss. Now sit back, relax, take a workload off, and enjoy the Ritchie J Show on Smile Radio.
Yes, good afternoon. It is Tuesday here in not so sunny Pontefract. I'm going to keep saying it now all winter, and it's just kind of become my thing. Welcome to the Ritchie J Show here on Smile Radio, every Monday to Wednesday, 1 till 3 p.m, bringing you the best undiscovered music, good times, and, you know, general banter from around the world. I've got some factoids coming up for you very shortly this afternoon, so yeah, get listening for those. And yeah, we've got some great undiscovered music coming up along the way as well. So yeah, stay tuned. I'm live on Facebook right now, so fingers crossed that holds out for me today. So if you want to drop down and say hi, get involved. It's really easy to do. It's at Smile Radio Yorkshire on Facebook, and on Twitter and Instagram it is at Smile Radio 3. So let's kick off the show today. First up on the list we've got Sketchy Lines, and this song is called First Light from the album Colour and Competition. Rocking it out now with Ritchie J here on Smile Radio till 3 p.m.
It's you and me tonight. Let's get intoxicated and stumble off into the night. You're wearing the dress that bought you before I skipped town last week, but I would be taking it off you. Stay close till you fall asleep. Your eyes are bright like diamonds and the size of coffee saucers. Your mind is set on one thing, your body on another. Come on now, little darling, let's turn it on its head. Now we'll keep you warm until first light of dawn. You're probably dreaming about it. His absence has been all but one, and I'm just looking to waste time. You'll figure that out in the morn, when the sun comes to remind you a new day's been given to you. You'll come to the realization you're no longer part of the two. Turn it on its head, and now we'll keep you warm until first light of dawn. The window left open alerts you of the cold wind that's blowing outside. It could never hold the storm that is building inside. Come on now, little darling, let's turn it on its head, and now we'll keep you warm until first light of dawn. Come on now, little darling, let's turn it on its head, and now we'll keep you warm until
Kicking it off there with Sketchy Lines and First Light. Welcome to the Ritchie J Show here live on Smile Radio on Facebook. Apparently it's cutting in and out, but that's usual Facebook tactics for you. So yeah, you'll have to catch me online, www.smileradio.co, or download the app simply for free on smart devices. Absolutely free and simple to use. And you know what? Added bonus, it even has an alarm clock built in. So if you want to wake up bright and early in the morning, put some music on that makes you smile, get the Smile Radio app. Booyah, there we go. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about the everyday objects that started out as something else entirely, courtesy of America's Funny Site Cracks.com. Also taking your shout outs as well, live on Facebook. Got to give a big shout out to Marinus Griffiths. He's dropping me a few messages there on Facebook. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're having a great day out there. Got some unsigned Christmas music coming up for you today, because the Ritchie J Show is all about the new and undiscovered music. And yeah, we've got plenty of that to come. And we've even got we've got a Christmas song in there as well. Like, you know, I'm not being a complete Scrooge about it this year. I'm actually going to play maybe one or two unsigned Christmas songs, which is bringing me into this subject a little bit, because here at Smile Radio, home of the undiscovered, we'd love to hear your indie Christmas songs. If you've got a particular Christmas song and you're an indie... chewing on my words there, and you're in an independent band or you're an independent artist and you've got your own Christmas song, or you've done a banging cover of a song that everybody knows and loves, why don't you send it over to me, Ritchie, Ritchie .Johnston, JOHNSTON at smileradio.co. And yeah, I'll get into the Smile Radio mix. We have the undiscovered playlist here on Smile from 6am and 6pm. It's 2 hours either side as well, so it's 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening of the best undiscovered music submitted to us from around the world. It's not just all here in England. We've got music coming in from the States. We've got music coming in from Sweden, because, you know, there's a bit of a revolution over there in the Netherlands at the moment with the independent artists, and I am absolutely properly full on digging it. So yeah, you know, we've got some of that music coming out through the Ritchie J Show and on the other shows as well that are coming out here on Smile Radio. I'm going to talk about the lineup this week, and we're going to talk about them everyday objects that started out with something else entirely a little bit later on the show, after Reap by Having Keepsake, sorry. Having Keepsake there, and Reap. I really like that one. Nice little bit of indie rock there to, like, you know, for the afternoon. We've had a bit of an eclectic mix, like, straight off the mark there, from Sketchy Lines to Having Keepsake there. You know, the list is just going to get better and better as the afternoon. Well, it's not getting better and better. They're all fantastic artists. This is what I'm saying. It's not a case of anybody's better than the other, because it's all great music, but we've got a fantastic selection for you this afternoon, and I can assure you of that. Now, welcome into the show. If it's your first time listening, or you're listening online, it's www.smileradio.co, or if you've got a smart device, you can download the free app. It's absolutely free and simple to use with the alarm clock. You can also catch us on demand on iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, all great podcasting sites as well. I'm usually here 1 till 3 Mondays to Wednesdays, bringing the unsigned fire with a little bit of indie pop rock and everything else in between, with a couple of maybe Christmas songs thrown in for good measure. Anyway, so everyday objects that start out something else entirely, courtesy of America's Funny Site Crack.com. So we've got 18 of these, so we're going to kick off at number 18. Viagra. Its original purpose was to treat high blood pressure. Contrary to what you think, Viagra wasn't created to stuff your inbox with spam, but with nobler purposes of treating hypertension. Trial studies found that the pill wasn't effective, but patients reported a stiffening side effect that wasn't any less marketable. So there you go. Boom. Number 17, Coca-Cola was advertised for its health effects. Coca-Cola was born during a health craze for sodas in the late 19th century. Its creator, an Atlanta pharmacist named John Pemberton, claimed it cured everything from depression and nervousness to morphine addiction. The secret ingredient was cocaine, which was obviously later removed from the subject. So yeah. There we go. We've got plenty of these to go this afternoon here on the Ritchie J Show at Smile Radio, bringing the smiles, hopefully. If you want to get in touch, it's really easy to do. At Smile Radio Yorkshire on Facebook, at Smile Radio 3, Twitter and Instagram. Here's another one on the list today. This is People Eating People and a song called Darling.
Someone has to tell you, laughing at you. Wheels are turning and hearts are yearning, but darling, none of it's for you. Fish are pumping and chairs are falling, but darling, it's not for you. Given up, I'm about to bring you back, so I might as well be covering my tracks. Let's just say that we'll know each other and no eye contact. The miles around you run a mile a minute. If we're gone, you know we both be finished. I understand that you could only be seen with the select few. I've gotta tell you, wheels are turning and hearts are yearning, but darling, none of it's for you. And fists are pumping and chairs are thumping, but darling, it's not for you. Got a certain flair to you, you keep on talking long as you are getting something you can use. It's over. You're not a friend of mine, and I got out and just in time to stop it, to take it all. It's over. I've been holding back what I can lately, but things coming to mind are driving me crazy. I gotta tell you, someone has to tell you, you're being a fool. Whoa, wheels are turning and hearts are yearning. 'cause it's just honor to the man. I don't want to be just a little part of his plan. I saw the news the other day and it almost made me cry. We tear ourselves apart without ever wondering why. And I ask why.
You've been playing as punk.
With a heart of gold,
It's still playing as punk.
we'll soon get old.
You've been playing as punk.
With a heart of gold,
It's still playing as punk.
we'll soon get old. And I know you want to live forever. And I know you say that nothing's real. And I know you say that you don't need me. But I know that's not how you feel.
You've been playing as punk.
With a heart of gold,
But still playing as punk.
we'll soon get old.
You've been playing as punk.
With a heart of gold,
But still playing as punk.
we'll soon get old. I want to be known, but I ache for privacy. I want to rule the world, but I'm too stubborn and lazy. Too much is hard to understand, and it breaks my heart. Sometimes I wish I could pull away and keep myself apart. When I ask why.
You've been playing as punk. It's still playing as punk. Playing as punk. It's still playing as punk.
And I know you want to live forever. I know you say that nothing's real. I know you say that you don't need me, but I know that's not how you feel.
Playing as punk.
With a heart of gold,
But still playing as punk.
we'll soon get old.
Playing as punk.
With a heart of gold,
But still playing as punk.
we'll soon get old.
There we go. That one there was Free Love by... that was by Free Love, and that was playing as Punks. Before that was Darling by People Eating People. Welcome back to the Ritchie J Show, live on Smile Radio till 3 p.m. this afternoon. Or if you catch me on demand, I'm on as long as you want me to be on, baby. Because there's plenty of shows you can catch up on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, all the great podcasting sites. Now, we're reading about the everyday items that started life entirely as something else. So far, we've had Viagra, and that was followed up by Coca-Cola. On the next on the list, the treadmill. It was created to punish prisoners. Though most of the 19th century convicts in both Britain and the US were made to climb the spokes of the treadwheel, a large paddle wheel for hours on end, the wheels were often used to pump water or grind corn, which is why they were eventually called treadmills, because they were mini Milleries. At number 15, TNT. You know, that stuff that Wile E. Coyote always uses on that Meep Meep dude. I can't remember his name. Lost his name. It was right there. Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. Oh my days. Bad day. Number 15, TNT was a yellow dye. When German chemist Julius Wilbrand first made trinitrotoluene in 1863, he didn't intend to blow up anything. He only wanted to dye things yellow. TNT is so stable that for decades it was used as nothing but a dye without anybody realising it could go boom. Wow. There's a list of jokes there that could follow that up, but yeah, we've got quite a few bits to get through this afternoon, so I'll save them for a rainy day. Number 14, high heels used to be a warrior thing. Long before it became an uncomfortable symbol of femininity, high-heeled footwear was all the rage on the battlefield. The heels allow Persian horsemen to stand securely on their stirrups, giving them stability to use their bows and arrows. There you go. Got 13 more of those to go up this afternoon. Now, if you want to get in touch with me on Smile Radio, it's really easy to do. Hit me up on Facebook at Smile Radio Yorkshire. Hit me up on Twitter at Smile Radio 3. If you listen to it on demand, hit us up on those again and drop us a message and let us know what you want to talk about on the Ritchie J Show between 1 and 3 every Monday to Wednesday. Tomorrow, obviously, I'm back 1 till 3. And then tomorrow night from 9 till 10:30 is the midweek mashup with me, James Harrington, and Jonathan Edwards. We've got probably quite a bit to catch up on because it's been a couple of weeks since we've been able to do one. Last week I was ill and we had technical difficulties. Can you believe it? My old laptop actually just packed in. That laptop has been everywhere with me, on the road, drawing art, like, you know, making films, making like music festivals and stuff happen, and yeah, rip at laptop. So yeah, another disappointing moment of 2018 there. But it's cool, I've got a new laptop, which is why I sound amazingly clear today. But yeah, so we've got some more new music coming up now because I forgot what else I was going to say. But yeah, this next one is Wrong by Ottawa.
Everything's kinda different now. Everything's kinda hard. Everyone's trying to figure it out. We never let them get that far. I've been wrong, you were right. I
trouble is out. You don't know what you want, but you know it's not there. You don't know if you're wrong. Think you gotta be missing something, and your mind can tell. Even the sweetest thoughts get twisted. Like I love you, I'll never leave you. I wanna be you. Close your eyes. If you really feel it, then it's gotta be right. Take a breath. You are not your silence. Get out of your head. You don't know what you want, but you know it's not there. You don't know if you're wrong. Think you gotta be missing something, and your mind can turn. Even the sweetest thoughts get twisted. Like I love you, I'll never leave you. I wanna be you. You don't know what you want, but you know it's not there. You don't know if you're wrong. Think you gotta be missing something, and your mind can turn. Even the sweetest thoughts get twisted. Like I love you, I'll never leave you. I wanna be you. You don't know what you want, but you know it's not. You don't know what you want, but you know it's not. You don't know what you
Yes, a little bit of a double play there. First, that was Wrong by Ottawa, and that was followed by Moon Panda and a Gun. Welcome back to the Ritchie J Show on Smile Radio, here till 3 o'clock. So, talking about other things in between, like factoids and that. Last week, it was announced that Netflix have cancelled Daredevil. So, Daredevil just had its third season, which ended pretty epically. You know, set up like some plot strands for the future, altered Daredevil history from the comics slightly a little bit, and left me on the edge of the seat wanting more, and then they go and cancel it, just like everything else, like Luke Cage, that's been cancelled, Iron Fist's been cancelled. So on the Marvel roster on Netflix now, there is only Jessica Jones and the Defenders left, and I don't think they'll be holding out. I'm not holding out much hope of seeing Jessica Jones or another season of the Defenders, mainly because Disney themselves are actually starting a streaming service. I mean, a lot of you have probably heard of this already, but for those of you that haven't, Disney are doing their own rival to Netflix now with their own online streaming service, and you've got to think how many properties that the Walt Disney Organization actually owns. I mean, there's like ABC Studios, there's Buena Vista, Walden Media, Pixar, Lucasfilm, all the big ones, Marvel Studios, so all of those under one roof. And it's not called Toys R Us, it's Disney's online streaming service. So you can imagine that they're going to be focusing a lot of material on that. And there's been a lot of talks. I sort of browse Reddit once in a while and that, just to sort of see what the laydown is. Mainly looking for Avengers 4 spoilers, or Star Wars spoilers if I can get my hands on any. I don't like to share them on the radio because I'm not that kind of guy. I like to keep them all to myself, to be honest. But traveling Reddit and stuff, and tomorrow there's an Avengers trailer due to drop, and Captain Marvel new trailer came out today. I was wowed by that this morning because I woke up first thing. In fact, it was about 4 o'clock this morning when I woke up because I had to go to the loo and I had a migraine and stuff, and I weren't feeling particularly too great. So I'm sat there and I'm on my phone, just about managing to sort of catch up with the world a little bit, and I see this Captain Marvel trailer, and I managed to keep myself conscious enough to watch the whole thing, and I can't wait to actually see this one. I mean, I'm not really a big Captain Marvel fan. All I know is the name's Carol Danvers, I believe, but from what I get from it, it looks like a pretty impressive film. Brie Larson looks the part as Captain Marvel, from what I've seen of my trips to comic book shops to get other comic books, mainly DC. But yeah, looks really good. Can't wait to see that. And then hopefully an Avengers 4 trailer dropping tomorrow. But yeah, going back to the Disney streaming service, the word on the grapevine is that they're also focusing on shows involving the actors from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So you'll get shows that feature like Hawkeye and Loki and Scarlet Witch and all of those characters that you've seen on screen, but they're now going to be getting their own TV series. You got to imagine they're going to have they've got to have pretty hefty budgets, right? Because I mean, they're going to get the actors from the films, and that doesn't it doesn't come cheap at all, does it? So yeah, chime in with your thoughts. So, as you a Daredevil fan, are you sorry to see the show go? Are you happy? Maybe are you hoping that maybe it will end up on the Disney streaming service? I mean, I'm hoping they keep the same guy as Daredevil because I did like him. I liked them all. I even liked Iron Fist when the first season of that, and that came under much contention by a lot of fans on that. But I sat there, I watched it, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Luke Cage, and I enjoyed season 2 of Luke Cage as well, with the the war between the Rastas and Harlem. And yeah, no, it was a pretty good show all in all. All right, we'll have some more new music now because I've been rabbiting for a little while now, and I've got plenty of music to get through today, and we're coming up to the first 35 minutes of the show. So this one is by Leathers, and this is called Missing Scene. And then after this, we might have a word from one of our sponsors.
Calling in your ears, Fridays, 1 to 3 p.m. The Godfather and his alternative jukebox. A jukebox you cannot refuse. So tune in with your stiff little fingers and listen to The Godfather live on air, 1 till 3 on a Friday. With an offer you can refuse. www.smileradio.co. Download the app on iTunes and on Google Play. So come on, what are you waiting for, man?
College Grove Nursery in Wakefield has been providing the highest standard of childcare for over 22 years. Situated on Eastmore Road, we are close to the M1 and M62 motorway network and also convenient for Wakefield city centre, schools and major places of employment. For more details, check out our website at www.collegegrovenursery.co.uk or give us a call on 01924 200 120 to arrange a visit. College Grove, a special nursery which takes a hand, opens a mind and touches a heart.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for.
Let's go.
The station with the best music. Best music.
I love the music.
Best music.
Smile.
Smile.
cold, but makes me warm. Stay, stay, stay. Don't let the rain take you away. Winter time is not the same without you to light up the night and day. The moon needs something to shine on. Without you, it's all alone in space. Snow, snowflakes falling down from the sky, dancing with me down on the soft ground. Winter time is not the same without you to light up the night and day. The moon needs something to shine on. Without you, it's all alone in And when it's Christmas, I hope you're around. And you're shining all over town. Snow, snow, snow. Snow, snow, snow.
There you go. We've had a nice easy-going playlist this afternoon. That first one was "We Don't Have to Dance" by Actors, and that was followed by a winter song by Remington Super 60. Welcome back to the Ritchie J Show here on Smile Radio for the next hour and 20 minutes or so. Well, the hour and 10 minutes and so, I guess. I'm here to bring you some on-time music and some discussion and some banter, and we're talking about the everyday items as well that have, started off as something else entirely. We've had some ripe perlers featuring Viagra and Coca-Cola and a treadmill. Put that one together as a story, see what you bring up, Drop me a message though, at Smile Radio Yorkshire on Facebook, at Smile Radio 3 on Twitter and Instagram. I'm going to have one more song now before we get back to the Crackdoid Factoids. This is Brazil 70 by the Rebels of Tijuana. I absolutely love that name.
Brasil 70 Fußball und Délice Jerseyno, Rivellino et Tostão sont les parents de 70 Brasil 70 Pelé au calice Gordon Banks ne peut plus l'arrêter Le magicien de 70 Lance et les sabres et la belle de Mexico Se dribble la Chine de Bossa Chante la fille des Panama Brésil 70 Charlton, Bobby sans couronne Le doux Pérou Alberto, quel artiste. À Brasilia, danse tropicalia. C'est la folie de 70. Là on sait les sounds et la belle de Mexico. Terrible la gira de bossa, chante la fille Ipanema. Là on sait les sounds et la belle de Mexico. Terrible la gira de bossa, chante la fille Ipanema. Là on sait les sounds et la belle de Mexico. Terrible la gira de bossa, chante la fille Ipanema. C'est le sound et la belle de Mexico. C'est terrible la gile de ça. Chante la fille d'Ipanema.
All these alleyways that pave across our city's gates on grids of pure steel. Let's reach upon our streetcar wheels. Under the shadows of the massive financial district, we tie suits and pre-made meals for the masses, lunching on your taxes. Right by the Moss Park, bodies, feet, and lost hearts. Market of the St. Lo, fresh fruits and vegetables. And all these alleyways across our city's gates on grids of pure steel. Let's reach upon our streetcar wheels. Students in the annex working on the thesis, hypothesizing Regent Park, revitalizing broken arcs. Artists at the old cat sketching on the notepad and painting bricks on Ossington, Islington, and Eglinton. Back to the junction, my home that's running north of the Ross Seas, Parkdale to Swansea. And all these alleyways pave across our city's gates on grids of pure steel. Let's reach upon our streetcar wheels. Hey, are you a city that lost its way? Do you sing songs of better days? All I see is a city of today. You're a city that lost its way. Yeah, you sing songs of better days. All I see is a city of all these alleyways. Yeah, pave across our city's gates on grids of pure steel. Let's reach upon our streetcar wheels until the silence soars. The street reveals a single seat for me to watch and ride my night.
That one there, Dylan Cohen and Alleyways. I really like that. He had sort of undertones of John Legend to him there. And I totally dug that song. Before that was the Rebels of Tijuana and Brazil 70. Welcome back to the Ritchie J Show, here till 3 p.m. on Smile Radio or on demand anytime you want me. There we go. Right, we're talking about the everyday objects that, started off life as something else entirely. Number 13, slinkies. They were intended to stabilise naval instruments. In 1943, engineer Richard James was developing springs to keep sensitive instruments on battleships safe and stable. That didn't pan out, but he have accidentally found the springs had a funny way of moving around when dropped, so he sold them as a toy. And there you go, the birth of the Everybody Loves a Slinky. At number 12, Silly Putty was a failed attempt at making car tyres. In the 40s, the US government asked private companies to create synthetic rubber substitute to make the shortages caused by the war. General Electric created a particular mixture of chemicals, but it was just too squishy to make car tyres, but it proved very popular as a toy. And it even makes that fart sound when you push it right at the edge, isn't it? Like, one of these. Anyway, if you want to get in touch with me, hit me up on Facebook at Smile Radio Yorkshire. On Twitter and Instagram, it's at Smile Radio 3. If you represent a band, or you're part of a band, or you're a solo artist and you want to submit new music to us, feel free. It's Ritchie, RITCHIE .Johnston, JOHNSTON at smileradio.co. So yeah, drop me an email with your track, let me know a little bit about you as well, and we'll get you on the Undiscovered playlist, and some airplay for your music. And the same applies if you've got a Christmas song. Send it over, because we don't want to play the same old Christmas songs that all the other radio stations do. We want new and exciting, or the best or ultimate covers that you can send us, stuff like that, Anyway, more new music now, because I have got a playlist chocked full of the tracks today. This is JP Sun from the single Hope for Change, and this is Hope for Change.
You've been down while I've been out. You've stayed sound as a kite, ready to fly away. But you choose to stay for the hope of change. And who knows where we could be, and who knows what we could see if we believe dreams. Walking left and walking right, through the days and through the nights. There's more to life than it seems. So stand up against the tide with all your hope and all your might. Not for the wrong but for the right. Down while I've been out. You've stayed sound as a kite, ready to fly away. But you choose to stay for the hope of change. And what do you see through those eyes? What do you feel in your mind when you lay your head down at night? Do you find yourself running around in circles, trying to find where is left and where is right? So stand up against your pride with all your hope and all your mind. Not for the darkness but for the light. You've been down while I've been out. You've stayed sound as a kite, ready to fly away. But you choose to stay for the hope of change.
Hope for Change by JP Sun there. Welcome back. It's now 2 o'clock. We've gone past the first hour of the show, and we haven't had any technical difficulties today. Hallelujah! Anyway, welcome back. If you're tuning in for the first time, I am Ritchie J. I'm here on Smile Radio 1 till 3 every Monday to Wednesday afternoon. And then I'm here Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday evening from 9 p.m. for the more, uncut music that we can sort of play after Watershed and stuff. So we like to play a good mix here at Smile Radio. Other shows not to miss out, obviously, throughout the week. Don't forget that... you have to excuse me there. Don't forget, throughout this week, you can catch Rich and a little bit of Chris on Fridays. The Codfather, he's also here on Fridays. The TC Talks, our talk show talking about the subjects that actually matter. That's here on Thursday nights from 7:30. The Game Boys on Thursdays from 9 p.m. The Midweek Mashup here from 9 p.m. Wednesday nights. And don't forget, on Saturdays, you've got the new music food truck rolling it in with interviews with bands from the US, as well as, a great playlist of new music that's been released across the week, So, yeah, get involved in that. Smile Radio, www.smileradio.co, or download the app for free on smart devices. Anyway, we're reading out the items that started off life as something entirely different, the everyday items that started off life as something entirely different. Number 11, sanitary pads started out as bandages for soldiers. Cotton shortages during World War I led to the Kimberly-Clark Corporation to develop Celu cotton, a substitute made from wood pulp that was much cheaper and more absorbent. Combat nurses found the Celu cotton bandages made for great disposable sanitary napkins, so Kimberly-Clark started marketing those after the war. At number 10, the moo was invented to shame Hawaiian women. When Christian missionaries arrived in Hawaii in the 1820s, the first thing they did was convince women to cover up their imputuously exposed bodies. The loose-fitting moo was I can't pronounce it. Was originally worn under a dress called a huluku, but it eventually took over as a casual garment. And if you've seen The Simpsons, Homer actually wore one of these at one point when he was trying to get out of work and make himself super fat. At number 9, microwave ovens come from radar. In the years following World War II, engineer Percy LeBron Spencer was working with radar technology when he noticed chocolate bar he had in his pocket had melted due to the radiation. Intrigued, he kept experimenting with the device and eventually turned it into a new way to cook. 8 more of those coming up on the Ritchie J Show in this next hour, but we've also got a ton of also new music alerts here to hopefully put a smile on your face this afternoon. Next up, this one's called Messy, and it's by Eva B. Ross.
Think you
Eva B. Ross there, and Messi. Welcome back. It's the Ritchie J Show. You know, it's coming up to that day, Christmas Day, in 21 days to go. Wow, it's really sort of spinning around. It was really funny because throughout the year I kind of buy like little presents for Jake because I know he's into various little things. One of them being Star Wars. Top kid, you know what I mean? And yeah, at the beginning of the year I brought him some Play-Doh sets that I knew he was a little bit too young to play with at the time, so I put them away. I think I was going to give them to him for his birthday, but anyway, I was cleaning out the cupboards for the Christmas decorations to put them up over the weekend and that, and boom, there was a load of Play-Doh sets that I'd never given to my son, all there bagged and wrapped, Star Wars related ones. I was like, right, okay, well, that's stocking fillers for this year sorted. So winner chicken dinner. I'd already, you know, thanks a lot to past Richie for covering my back right there. You know, you've got a load more Christmas shopping to do because Christmas, it's that time of year where it gets expensive. Yay! I can hear my wallet slowly shriveling up in shock and horror as the cha-ching of the cash register sort of takes over. But yeah, you know, that's what it is. It's Christmas. It's all about the smiles on the faces. But it's one of these that I kind of don't really sort of spoil my lad all that much. It's like we have the debate between me and my girlfriend about whether or not I should have a console. And I kind of want him to have a console mainly because he plays on mine and I want my console back. Really selfish intentions there. But at the same time, I can agree with it. He's also 3 years old and he doesn't actually need a console because there's life out there and he should be out there playing and stuff. In the winter, it's obviously a little bit harder. So I do have to share my Xbox time, you know. But anyway, yeah, so she's all not for consoles and that because she believes that he's young. And I do agree with that to a degree. I just do want my own console back. Namely because Red Dead Redemption 2 has just like landed with its online and that, which at the moment I'm a little bit like, I think I've completed it almost, like the online mission side that they've released at the moment, because obviously it is a beta test and I appreciate that, and I'm really grateful that they've released it to us as a beta test, but I'd have loved a few more like main yellow missions pop up on there for now, and that instead of just having to do stranger missions all the time. I'm loving the Westworld element to it, but at the same time I'm all about the story side of it as well. And same with the lads that I play with, Lost Huntsman aka Jonathan Edwards, who I'll be on with tomorrow night. He's the same. It's like, yeah, it's a great game, but it's seriously missing something that the single player had, and it makes you want to play the single player a lot more. And that's great, because the single player, if anybody's not playing the single player and they're all about the online mode, shame on you. Go back and check out that single player. It's an enriched story of multiple characters, and you just follow threads along the way, and some of these threads conclude in epic and glorious ways, while some of them are like shock and horror and awe, but it's an amazing game, and I'm going to keep saying that. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, in the spirit of the fact that Christmas is only 21 days away, here's a Christmas song. This is by Leone Major, and this is In My Heart, It's Christmas Time.
Trees, oh, they're breathing loudly. All the snow on the branches. Heavy, their load is heavy. I know, still they're beautiful. I need to go home, warm up by the fire tonight. Leaving it all behind. It might be cold, in my heart, it's Christmas time. Ooh, it's Christmas time. Ooh, turn your lights on, it's winter season. All we need is to hold on tight. Lonely, we might feel lonely, hanging on 'cause you're so much more. I need to go home, warm up by the fire tonight. Leaving it all behind. It might be cold, but in my heart it's Christmas time. Ooh, it's Christmas time. Tell you to walk sing together, because it's Christmas time. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas
There you go, nice little Christmas tune there. It's In My Heart, It's Christmas Time by Leonie Major. I really like that, you know, it's nice and soft. I mean, we've had quite a chilled out afternoon here with the music here this afternoon. Don't forget, don't worry, tomorrow, if you're into your harder rock, I will have a bit of a harder rock playlist, I think. I like to have a different mood for every day of the week. Wait until I get my angry mood on, and then we'll be having thrash metal. That'll be thrash metal Fridays, no doubt. But yeah, if you are into your alternative music, don't forget to catch the Codfather live on air 1 till 2 on a Friday afternoon. He's got his own little podcast going on there, and it's, you know, you just check it out. He does alternative punk. It's the music that matters, and he gets out and he talks to the musicians as well. So he's going out and he's got interviews coming up. He was telling me the other day that he's got one that he's doing in a church as well. So that sounds pretty interesting, because the acoustics and that should be pretty good, and it's a full-on acoustic set. So yeah, exciting times ahead here at Smile Radio. Don't forget, you can catch the Smile Radio podcast on demand via Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, all great podcasting sites basically. You know the score, because I say it enough in the show. And if you do want to get in touch with me, hit me up on Facebook right now at Smile Radio Yorkshire. We're going to read those factoids out in a bit after Slow Dance by The Wrestle.
Things
The Impressionists by The Bad and the Ugly. Welcome back to the Ritchie J Show here at Smile Radio. 20 past 2 in the afternoon here, and we're reading the items that started out with the everyday items that started out with completely different origins. The jacuzzi, this is at number 7, was invented as therapy for a baby. In the 1940s, Italian immigrant Candido Jacuzzi designed a pump that could turn any bathtub into a healing spa. His purpose was to help treat his 15-month-old son Kenny, who had been diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis and could only get relief with the help of hydrotherapy. At number 6, eyeliner was an old-timey form of sunglasses. Ancient Egyptians were among the first to wear eyeliner. They didn't do it to look fabulous, although they probably did, but to reduce the sun's glare. There's also evidence it's effective at preventing bacterial infections. There you go. And at number 5, chainsaws were invented to help during, are you ready for this, childbirth. Because the past is a horror movie, early chainsaws weren't used to cut trees but human bones. The first medical chainsaw is credited to 2 18th century Scottish doctors, and it was used to saw through the pelvic bone during difficult childbirths. Glorious. There we go. History, medicine, the battlefield that is, you know. Anyway, if you want to stick around at 3 o'clock, of course you want to stick around. It's the All Request Hour here at Smile Radio. You're the DJ, you're in control. www.smileradio.co. If you're on Facebook for desktop, you can see the little tab where it says Request a Song from Smile Radio. Just click on that and select the song that you want to use. We've got more new music coming up now. This is The Tragic Party and Laundry Quarters.
Don't talk to me that way, you know it hurts me. You stay by my side and never leave me dead. You tell I can't express myself without hope. That you can stay with me till this is worth it. I did myself. There's this thing that makes me try way harder. Get out of bed and rip my heart out. Put it on my sleeve and show my friends. Please tell me you can comprehend. You lie. I can see it in your face, your eyes and your wine. About my stupid friends and how we take our time. Figure out the greater purposes of our lives. Well, I've been searching for a year and I can't see. There's this thing that makes me try way harder. Get out of bed and rip my heart out. Put it on my sleeve and show my friends. Please tell me you
The Tragic Party and Laundry Quarters. How are you doing out there, you beautiful smilers? It's Tuesday. It's pretty gloomy out there. I'm waiting for it to inevitably snow, because with it being December, you know, it's always likely to drop a pelting of snow on us at some point. I'm not really a big fan of snow. I try and avoid getting out in it as much as possible. I used to like it as a kid, but then as I get older and my bones ache a lot more, I really don't like the cold because, yeah, it's annoying. It's proper annoying. I can't wait for spring. See, I don't really like summer when it's too warm because, yeah, I die in the heat. I spent most of this summer in a heat-laden coma. But, yeah, I don't mind the spring when it's nice and warm. That is my favourite season when things are starting to freshen up again. It's that fresh time of the year, and then summer's just like the cooking time of the year, and then the winter's just like the oh my god, I'm going to freeze to death time of year. So, yeah, it's how it kind of feels at the moment. I've got to turn the heating up in a minute, to be fair, because, yeah, starting to develop icicles here at the end of my nose, I think. The temperature seems to have proper dropped. So, yeah, if you want to get in touch with me, hit me up on Facebook at Smile Radio Yorkshire, Twitter and Instagram at Smile Radio 3. If you do want to submit new music to us as well, don't forget it's Ritchie, RITCHIE, Johnston, JOHNSTON at smileradio.co. I get a lot of people sort of when they ask me via Facebook Messenger, is it .co or .co.uk or .com? And I have to just say no, it's just simply .co, because that's who we are. We're Smile Radio on radio.co. So yeah, that's who we are. So yeah, there you go. That's why there's no .com or .co.uk with it. It's just because we are the beacon for unsigned indie and all the great stuff, you know. So I'm going to finish these Crackdoid Factoids up very shortly because we've got about a half hour left of the show. Time doth fly off when you're having fun. This next song, it's called Dead Cat and it's by Rika.
Getting
as you probably guessed, that one was called Dead Cat by Rika. I really like that. I was proper tapping along and nodding along to that as that one was going on. I was sort of looking at the rest of... excuse me. I was looking for the rest of today's Crackdoid Factoids, courtesy of America's Funny Site, crack.com. And today's subject is the everyday items that started off as something else entirely different. And number 4, auto-tunes technology was used to find oil. Engineer Andy Hildebrand had worked for years analysing sound waves to create maps of potential drill sites for the oil industry. He eventually discovered the same sound processing techniques that could be used for pitch correction and unleashed what is known as hell on earth. Auto-tune-ageddon, you know. And number 3, bubble wrap used to be wallpaper. When Alfred Fielding and Mark Chavans invented the stuff in the late 50s, they didn't immediately think it'd be used as wrapping material. At first they tried to peddle it as wall covering. It wasn't until IBM needed something to safely transport their expensive new computers that they went, oh yeah, that makes sense. Number 2, Braille was born for battlefield communication. Charles Barbier was a captain in Napoleon's army, was commissioned with devising a system to allow soldiers to communicate silently and with no light. But Barbier's night writing was too complicated to be of any use until 15-year-old Louis Braille turned it into something workable. And are you ready for number 1? Numero uno. Corkscrews were originally military tools. Early guns were, well, pretty crap, and bullets got stuck all the time, and soldiers used a tool called a gunworm to remove them. It turned out it was useful for uncorking bottles, so a variety intended for this specific purpose was created in the 17th century. Those are today's alternative Crackdoid fun factoids, courtesy of America's Funny Site, crack.com. I'll have some more of those tomorrow. We have got plenty of great new music to come, and also we'll talk a little bit about what else is coming up in the world, the non-important stuff that, you know, you could just have a chuckle at, because that's what we're all about. It's Smile Radio, and this next one is Dan Stock and Nothing We Can Do About It.
I'm no good in these situations. I know I should hide my frustrations. I wish I could, but it's pretty difficult sometimes. Take my attitude, mix it with your bad moods. I think we've got a winning combination. Darling, I could stay all night if you want to. Yeah. I could give back everything I took away. I've said it before, you're $1,000,000. They're all about a fight. I've a feeling really mean, and there's nothing we can do about it. Well, I've been spending my nights barking up the wrong tree. Nobody jumped in and tried to stop me. Not that I ever would have listened. The TV's staring at me sitting on the setting. I don't know where the fuck this road will leave me, but I don't care if yours or mine align.
nothing we can do about, nothing we can do about it.
Darling, I could stay all night if you want to. Yeah, let's rip up the notebook. I could give back everything I took away. I've said it before now $1 million. They're all about revival. I've been feeling me, and there's nothing we can do about it.
Dan Stock, and yeah, nothing we can do about it. I really like that. He kind of reminded me a little bit of Richard Ashcroft there and the Verve, just sort of with the method of singing and that. But again, it was really good, a really powerful song. Do apologise for the F-bomb that was dropped in it, because yeah, I didn't realise I was on it, because it didn't say on Spotify that it had an explicit content in it, so I've got to apologise for that, because obviously it's family time here on Smile Radio between up until 9 o'clock. Usually after 9 we can try and play the stuff that you don't usually hear throughout the day. But yeah, anyway, moving on. In the meantime, in the next coming week, we've got the Arrowverse crossover to look forward to for all you television watchers out there. So if you do watch the DVD, spitting on my words there, having an Evan moment in Bruce Almighty in it. Yeah, so if you do watch the Arrowverse, which is DC Universe's TV set of shows, it kicked off with Green Arrow, and then you had The Flash, and then you've got Legends of Tomorrow, and now Supergirl's in the fold. Possibly Superman maybe in the future. There's been talks of it on the rumour mill. But they have an annual crossover where all of the shows sort of have one big story arc. I absolutely do usually dig it around that time of the season, but they have been they've sort of been easing up every year. Like, I don't know, something's changed and it's not as fun as it used to be. But this year, they're actually covering Elseworlds, and I'm really excited for that because, you know, we've got a role reversal. We've got Flash as Arrow and Arrow as Flash. It would have been interesting to maybe see gender-swapped versions of Arrow and Flash maybe for an Elseworld story, because they've got Batwoman as the introduction to, like, Batman, because they've released a trailer where they've sort of talking about Batman. It's like, well, Batman's just a myth, an urban legend, and then you meet Batwoman. It's like, well, I like Batwoman and stuff, but really, I am a massive Batman fan, so that's the guy I want to see on television. Batwoman, yeah, that's really cool. She looks the part, and I'm excited to see that, but as a massive Batman fan, I want to see them. Now they've referred to him, I want to see him. I want to see the Batman on the small screen. So yeah, I want to make that happen. I'm hoping that the crossover might even drop us like a little bit of a, because they've referenced it, there might be like a little nod to it in there. I don't know, but yeah. Excuse me. So that airs next week in the US, and I think we get it over here on the UK on the 18th and 19th of December. But again, it's a big crossover, 3 nights of one big storyline across 3 shows, and I think it's a really inventive way to do it. It's branched out that, multiverse of films and stuff and TV, and DC have really, they nailed it in the first few years of all of their shows. And unfortunately with the movies, they've never seemed to quite catch that steam, whereas Marvel, the opposite. On the movies, everybody digs the movies, but the shows have been the ones that people have heavily critiqued. So, perhaps I need to mix it up a little bit between them. There we go. It's all about working together, eh? Anyway, got some more new music for you now. This one is Money Cat, and check it out. Oh, sorry, check it, sorry. Yeah, check it out.
If you want it, you can have it, roll it, it's don't get dramatic. Here's a little bit for you, but keep it low, don't want no static. Baby, let your head is tree, you can feel this way forever. There's a
That one, 101 by Puddle Magic. Before that was Check It by Moneycat. You know, two very eclectic tracks there. Again, I've been totally digging out the nice chilled out selection we've had today. Every song has been absolutely fantastic. We had a little bit of Christmas thrown in there today. We are coming up to the final 10 minutes of today's show. You know, it's always heartbreaking when I have to go, but, you know... Life goes on, c'est la vie, you know. Anyway, after me at 3 o'clock is your request hour. Rich Harrison takes over at drive time from 4 o'clock to drive you home. Don't forget to catch him live with Chris on Fridays for Rich and a little bit of Chris with some guest a year and an all request hour at 5 p.m. So I've got a few more songs to go before I actually end the show today. The next one I've got is I Know What It's Like. It's by Jeff Tweedy. Again, check out all of these fantastic artists. They're available on Spotify and all great music retail sites. So yeah, just give them 5 minutes of your time and have a listen, or a couple of minutes of your time. Some of these songs aren't even 5 minutes, you know what I mean? So yeah, just give them a listen and you might even find your new favourite artist. There's so many out there. And yeah, I'll post the playlist. I'm going to start building a monthly playlist now, and I'm going to post all of the songs on that playlist so people can find out what they are on Spotify and follow these artists on there. So yeah, this is the Ritchie J Show anyway, and up next now, Jeff Tweedy and I Know What It's Like.
Sunny
I Know What It's Like by Jeff Tweedy. You're listening to Ritchie J here on Small Radio for the next 8 minutes now, I guess. So we've got time for about 2 more songs before I have to call it a day. But yeah, thank you so much for everybody that's tuned in today. Don't forget, if you are on Facebook, find us on there at Smile Radio Yorkshire. Also on Twitter and Instagram at Smile Radio 3. Share, follow, retweet. You know, do what you can. I mean, you'd be doing us a massive favour, because you know it's all about spreading the word out there and spreading the word of these fantastic undiscovered artists, which you can get some more undiscovered music at 6 o'clock with the Undiscovered playlist live on Smile Radio, with the best undiscovered music from all over the world. So it's a bit of indie rock, alternative, indie pop, and yeah, Britpop, you know, all of the amazingly good stuff. Anyway, here's some Joking Me by Stealing Sheep. That one there was Joking Me by Stealing Sheep. It is that time of the day, unfortunately, I've got to say goodbye, because I have to go pick up the little man from school. Really reluctantly wanted to go today, but tough, he had to go. You know, education is the most important thing out there. And yeah, I sent him off to school, because he ain't getting a day off. I ain't getting a day off, so yeah. Anyway, so thank you for listening. Catch me again tomorrow, 1 till 3 on Smile Radio UK time, www.smileradio.co, or download the app for free for smart devices. Also, feel free to get in touch on Facebook at Smile Radio Yorkshire, on Twitter and Instagram at Smile Radio 3. Also, yeah, just have fun, tune out, listening, stay tuned, or request hour coming up at 3. Right now, to finish the day up, we're going to have Kiss Me on the Mouth, and this is by Michelle Blades.
I like the way you lean on the wall, the way that your words almost fall right out of your mouth, right out of your mouth. And maybe this is nothing, but I am feeling something, and the story's always closed when I need it most. You don't know me like I know you want to know me. And maybe it could get around to the other end of town, 'cause I know that you'll be there. I know that you'll be there. I just can't see this through, lying face to face with you. Tell me why it won't work, and I'll tell you why it won't work. You don't know me like I Don't you believe if the rest is up to me? You feel it in your heart, you can't stop what you start. I believe it's a family recipe. You've been drinking from the well, you've been drinking up and down. I let you go with your pockets full of snow. You go just like the wind, losing trace of your friends. I don't believe it's a family recipe. Was your dad an alcoholic, a little hyperbolic? I like the way you lean on the wall, the way that your words almost fall right out of your mouth. Kiss me